Hey guys, how you going? Just thought I'd make a video on my Cordia that I've recently purchased. Not many videos on YouTube that I've found, but there's a couple like with some pretty nice Cordias, and then there's a couple with some pretty shit Cordias. So I don't really know where mine stands in between them, but I just thought I'd go over some of the stuff on it and maybe even like set up the camera and take you for a drive. But so far, like obviously, it's just had a lot of work done, or not a lot, but a fair load of work done on the motor. Just going from bigger turbo and piping and just things like that, injectors and weird stuff like that. From their previous owner, he spent nearly close to 10,000 on the motor, and he's kept it pretty stock, as you can tell on the outside. Only thing I guess sometimes you can notice is the intercooler, but only if you're quite low. Like when I just got the car, it was very faded. I just finished buffing it, or cutting and polishing it today. That's why I want to wait to do the video. Yeah, and it came out alright. So the next process I'll be doing is respraying that bumper. They're all rock chips. Looks funny, but yeah, there's a lot of them. A lot of rock chips. So we'll be doing that. On the outside of the car, like I said, it's pretty stock standard. Very straight, like no dents on it whatsoever. One looking a little bit where the paint, I can't even see it on the camera actually. That's it there. You see the paint is starting to crack. That's it. Stock standard wheels, tinted windows, a couple stickers, more wheels. So that, yeah, front bumper, back bumper, and this. See if you got any ideas how to get that black again besides respraying it, because it's rubber. Then let me know in the comments. One thing I will be changing very shortly is that cannon. I like it, but I don't. But then, it's massive, and I think it just looks too big for this car. I want a more sleeper looking car, so I'm gonna get like one of those oval looking shape boxes with the two pipes out the back with the two tips. Go on to the inside of the car. You can see straight away like the sports steering wheel, the Momo steering wheel. Oh, alarms about to go berserkers. There we go. Oh, still gonna go berserkers. I would turn that off. I'll turn off, please. Thank you. Boost gauge. Volts and water gauge. Turbo timer. CD player. All the inside works. Oh, get this seat back there. Works amazingly. Is the occasional crack. But yeah, speedo, everything works perfect in the car. Just the JVC speakers up the front. Did have a subwoofer and amp in the back, but that was stolen. That's why you put in the better alarm. Or I don't even know if they came with alarms, I'm not too sure. Just, gear stick, everything. Pretty nice and clean inside. Same in the back. Oh, baby seat. Woo! Same in the back, nice, and it's very hard to tell. It's got these things in there. They're just replacing this DVD. Everything's hooked up for the DVD. So that's the DVD player. Flick the switch just there to turn it on. All the cords are in the back. Plug it in the DVD head. There they are there actually. And it's all DVD ready. We'll start it up for you. It's got a 2.75mm pipe exhaust, sports exhaust with the Canon, which, like I said, not too sure if I'm a fan of yet. Just put my thongs back on. Bloody loud. It's annoying sometimes, especially when you get home from a late night drive and you gotta let it sit for 3 minutes. This is annoying, especially in the carport. Very loud. But yeah, it does sound good though. I'll pop the bonnet. There we go, pop the bonnet and we'll have a look. It's not clean, it's not being cleaned. Let me just rest this camera here while I pop this stand up. Oopsie. There we go. So, when it comes to the motor, I don't have very much of a clue what I'm talking about. I know what that is, blow off valve, and everything else. Yeah! So at the moment she is running 13 PSI. It's 2 years ago, before he'd done the front mount and the exhaust, he said, I think it got 149 on the dyno. Oh, and before the bigger turbo. So 149 on the dyno. So what it's booked in for the next, in 2 weeks time, is a tune, a clean up inside here, a service obviously. It's just leaking some power steering fluid. They tried to do a dodgy job of just fixing the like where the hole was, so you can see that it's just all leaky everywhere. Thought I'd try to do some awesome zooming in stuff there, but nope. Is that going to zoom out anymore? Nope. Turbo timer. I don't really like where that's sitting. It's a bit dangy. A bit scary. So what I'm going to try and do is set up the camera, take you for a drive, and yeah, that'll be the next part of the video. Cheers!